If you're sending leads to your clients, a big problem you've probably run into in the past is that a lot of those leads slip through the cracks and never turn into booked appointments. This is likely not because they're bad leads, because, well, you've done your job right. Often it's because no one picks up the phone when they call. Maybe that call comes in after hours. Maybe your client is too slow to respond, or maybe they just swamped and don't have time. Either way, that lead moves on to the next business offering the exact same service that can actually book them on the first point of contact. So in this video, I'll show you how to connect an AI voice agent to a calendar through the AQX platform so it can handle calls and schedule appointments automatically. Super simple to set up, but it'll save you and your clients a ton of time and makes a huge difference when it comes to converting leads into paying customers. So let's get into it. Okay, so now we're in the AQX dashboard. And if you watched my last video, we created this Coral Bay Visitor Center inbound agent. We set this agent up to only answer questions from people calling in. It wasn't instructed to schedule appointments or access a CRM or anything like that. All it was meant to do is to provide information to anyone calling in. Today, we're going to build on top of the agent we already made, and we'll give it the ability to actually schedule tours. So basically, anytime a caller calls in and asks a question about the tours that they offer, the agent is going to automatically ask if the caller would like to set up a time for their tour. So in order to do that, first thing we do is click on Go to Campaign from the dashboard, or we can access it in this left sidebar as well. We're just going to select the Go to Campaign button here. Then once we're in here and we have the Coral Bay Visitor Center inbound agent selected, we're just going to click Edit. From here, we can skip the first couple of steps because the agent is already created. If you want to watch the video on how we actually created this agent from the beginning, I'll link that video at the end of this one. So we just click Next a couple of times to skip these first couple of steps. And once we get to this screen where we can adjust the scripting, we click on Notes. And in here, I'm just going to add a quick note so that the agent understands that anytime the caller asks about tours, it's supposed to offer to schedule the tour for them and book the caller in for an appointment/personal tour. So from there, we click Next. Now, this screen is where we set up the actual calendar integration. So to do that, we click on Connect to Calendar, and we're going to add a new calendar. Now, to do this, we actually have to bump over to cal.com, and I'll show you what to do in there. So once we're in cal.com, we go to Settings, we head on down to this Developer subheading, and click on API keys. That'll take you to this page. Now, what we need to do, and this is after you get your cal.com integrated with your Google Calendar or your Outlook calendar or whichever calendar you want to use to actually schedule the appointments, we just click on Add a new API key. We're just going to give this a name, Coral Bay Tour Calendar. Now for this one, I want it to expire in 7 days because I'm not actually using it. It's just an example, but we're just going to click Save. Now from here, we have API keys we can use. Click on Copy, save those somewhere, don't lose them because this is the only time you'll see them, and click Done. Now what we have to do is head on back to the AQX dashboard. Back in the AQX dashboard, that API key that we copied, we're just going to take that and paste it in here. Click Search, and there should be a couple of calendar options. Now for this one, I'm just going to do the 30-minute meeting to keep it simple because that's the one I already have set up in there. We click Save Calendar and Link Calendar. Now that's linked, we have a check mark there. So now we can move on to the next step. And this is where we can actually test that agent out. I'm just going to complete it and finish and activate. So now what we can do is I'm just going to quickly make a call and test and make sure that it worked. I'll turn it on speaker so you can hear.
Thanks for calling Coral Bay Visitor Center. This is Sophie. How can I help you?
Hey, Sophie, I was just wondering about the tours that you guys have.
Hi. We offer a couple of guided tours. The Historical Coral Tour runs daily at 11 a.m. and 2 p.m., and the Sunset Walking Tour is available on Fridays and Saturdays at 6:30 p.m. Which one are you interested in?
Can we do the one on Friday, please?
Sure, I'd be happy to help schedule that. Before we proceed, what time zone are you in? For example, EST, PST.
I'm in Pacific.
Great, thank you. Who would you like to schedule the tour with? Available options are Cameron.
Perfect, I'll go with Cameron.
Great choice. May I have your name and email address to complete the booking?
Yep, my name is Cameron, and my email address is cameron@aqx.ai.
Thank you, Cameron. Let me confirm your email. It's cameron@aqx.ai, spelled CAMERON@aqx.ai. Is that correct?
That's correct, yeah.
Thank you, Cameron. What date and time would you like to book the tour for?
I'd like to schedule the tour for Friday this week at 2 p.m.
Okay, I'm just checking that. One sec. Perfect. The 2 p.m. slot on Friday is available. Shall I go ahead and book it for you?
Yes, please.
Booking that in now. Got it booked in. You should be receiving an email confirmation and calendar invite momentarily.
Perfect.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Nope, that's everything. And you guys can see there, I just got the email saying that it was booked in. And I'll show you in the calendar that it's actually booked as well. And just hopping into my Google Calendar here, we can see that the agent successfully scheduled that appointment into there for 30 minutes. And that's it. Your AI voice agent is now booking appointments for you on Autopilot. By the way, if you run an agency and you've been looking for new ways to add AI into your service offering so you can compete in this new age technology, we partner with agencies to do exactly that. If that sounds interesting, click the link in the description and schedule a call with our team. I'll see you in the next one.